Welcome back to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here, and I'm currently working on an instrumental that I'm not exactly sure where in my music world it's going to go, whether it's going to go on my artist alias or I'm going to try to shop it to an artist for their own music, but I'm doing something that's pretty simple music theory-wise. I'm using the relative minor and relative major in conjunction with different parts of the track. Let's go into the session and I'll kind of show you what I mean. So first of all, if you've watched this channel at all, you've probably heard me talk about music theory. Music theory is a fancy way of talking about, the science of scales and chords and where notes in music come from and how we can understand music in a different way. And one of the things you've also probably heard me talk about are major and minor scales. So a minor scale is said to be, sad, longing, create music that's darker. Major scales are and major keys are said to be happier, more like a really triumphant, glorious sort of sound. I'm going to play this instrumental for you, and then I'll kind of break down what I did here. I'll play the whole thing at the end. I'm just going to play a section of this through the first key change. So here it is. Cool. I'll play the full instrumental at the end, but just really quick, it's super simple. I wasn't planning on doing this in the beginning. I feel like it's good to just get creative, try to make, a vibe or a song that you enjoy. And then when you think of like things that you want to do to change it, sometimes you can use these music theory principles to help you know where to start. So I was writing this in the key of D minor. It's pretty simple. I'm just having a D minor chord, and then we go down to basically the minor sixth, or a B flat on the bass. That is the sixth, with, I guess, the fourth of the chord. So this feels like a G minor third. That's basically what's happening in the beginning. Sound design wise, I have like this choir sound playing some of those chords. I have a different one come in. But mainly what I wanted to talk about was this new section. So all of this over here is in the key of D minor. If I were to look at all of the notes, we're really using, this is like a big D minor chord right here. I'll do that pitch bend. A big D minor chord, and then a big B flat is in the bass. So we're going like 1, 6, 4, 5 in terms of the bass line. Then when we go into the chorus section, or when I do this chorus section, the chord progression is a B flat major 7, followed by an A minor, basically an F major chord. So this is the B flat, the F major. This is basically the relative major of D minor. That's what I used in the beginning. So I'm not playing a D minor chord at all. I'm using still just chords from the key, but instead of, again, resolving to the key of D minor, we're going back to F major. So like the chords again are B flat major 7. That's a 4 chord in the key of F major. This is an F major over A, so inverted, the 1 chord. This is another F major, only it's a major 7th, so adding the scale degree E. And then finally we're going to a C major chord, in second inversion over the note G, and this is basically the 5, so we're going 4, 1, 1 major 7, and then back to the 5 in the key of, again, F major. So we're in D minor, then we go to F major, then we come back to D minor, and that again basically makes these big sections feel a lot darker. This section feel like it's getting happier. I go to like a 4 on the floor type bass groove, so it's playing every quarter note. I'm at 110 beats per minute. Then the way I have it structured right now is like I'm gonna give this to some sort of vocalist, or try to get a vocalist on this. And so I have an 8-bar intro, a 16-bar verse, an 8-bar hook. That's the major section. Going back to a 16-bar verse section, then the same hook, so same 8 measures, that key of F major. Then for the chorus, I use the same chord progression as the for the bridge, I use the same chord progression as the chorus. I changed the timing, and then I wrote a little melody on top of it, and it has some sequencing in there. I'm using the same instrument as the first chord sound to tie it together, and then finally coming back into the chorus. It might seem kind of empty because, again, this is structured the way that a vocalist would use it. If I was going to make this one of my sort of like dance tracks, I might turn one of these sections into like a build up and then make something more of a drop section and arrange it differently. But here's the instrumental from the beginning. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, you would help me out a lot by subscribing to the channel. Here's what I'm calling right now, Never Never There. Awesome. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And again, it's just a simple way that you can add some brightness to a dark track or some darkness to a bright track. Have fun making music. If you found this helpful, you'd help me out a ton by subscribing to the channel. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.